Rings is the third movie in the American Rings franchise. It is directed by Javier Guiterrez and stars a cast of Vincent D'Onofrio, Matilda Ingrid Lutz, Alex Rowe, Johnny Galecki, Bonnie Morgan, Aimee Teegarden, and it is a new film in this franchise, like I said. Now, this movie is like I said, it's the third from the Ring series. Now, before I get into the review, I have to say this was actually one of my most anticipated movies of the year of 2017, and so this this was, and I had this on my most anticipated movies of the year, and so I was very excited to see it, basing on the trailer and the TV ads and what I was posters. So I was very excited, and I love the first Ring from the 2002 Ring. I thought that movie was one of the better horror remakes, and it was one of the creepiest scary movies ever. I thought the sequel, The Ring 2, was okay at best. You can check out my reviews for both of those when I show them up at the end of the video. But so I was basically excited to see this movie, and this movie was originally supposed to come out last year in October, but due to other movies like Inferno and Boo, A Madea Halloween, and all the other movies that came out in October, this movie got pushed back. So I started to get a little worried because I thought this movie would be terrible. So then seeing the reviews from critics saying that this movie sucks, this movie is not good, this movie is an unnecessary sequel, and seeing the score on RottenTomatoes.com and the 4.6 out of 10 rating on IMDB, I was very cautious to go into it, and so all I wanted was a movie, just a good movie, okay, scary movie at best, just decent. But is this movie decent or is this movie bad? Well, I'm going to tell you the plot of this movie. So, we meet this young woman named Julia, and Julia becomes worried about her boyfriend Holt when he expresses a dark subculture surrounding a mysterious videotape said to kill the person who watches that tape in 7 days after he has viewed it. He or she has viewed it. So Julia sacrifices herself to save her boyfriend, and in doing so, they make a horrifying discovery. There is a movie within the movie that no one has ever seen before, and so they have to try and stop this before they both die in 7 days. Now, now that I explained the plot, I have to be honest here and actually come out and say it. This movie is not as bad as the critics make it out to me, at least in my opinion. Now, this movie has been panned by critics and made $34 million worldwide, but I still went in with an open mind. I was very curious to watch it, and so this movie's not really all that bad. In fact, I enjoy Rings. Now, let me talk about the beginning of the opening scene of the movie. The airport scene, the airplane bound for Seattle. You see the two passengers, and they each discovered that they both has watched Samara Morgan's videotape, and that their 7 day deadline is over. So what happens is the airplane malfunctions as they attempt to flee, get away from Samara, and she causes the plane to crash. Now, I know some people have a problem with the opening. I don't mind the opening scene. I thought the opening scene was cool, but I do admit it kind of felt like I was rewatching the plane scene from Final Destination 1 again, but just done differently. But it was creepy for that beginning, and then after that we cut to 2 years later, and just you see the acting in the movie, uh, the score, the acting in this movie. Some of the acting in this movie is iffy. The main actress in the movie, the main characters in the movie are Matilda Lutz as Julia and Alex Rowe as Holt. They do is very good as what they do. They could, and they are just amazingly well in the film. I think they're really great in here. They do as good as what they have. The other actors in here are fine. Vincent D'Onofrio has a role in there. He's okay for what he's given. The new actress playing Samara Morgan, she's awesome, but she's also pretty creepy. And just I think the movie is a very good. Now, originally this movie was supposed to be a prequel, but this movie takes place 13 years after the 2002 film. I enjoy seeing the film. I enjoy seeing the film. It's cool. This this movie, I think the film is good. The visual aspect is really cool. I do like the visual stuff. They still play the cursed tape, and the cursed tape is still creepy. Samara Morgan still looks creepy, even when you go on the website for this movie through Tumblr. When she comes out of the well, she's just like, but all you can see is the title right there, and the acting is fine. The movie does get a little boring, and the story does get a little bit too complicated for its own good. But I was sitting there watching the movie, piecing it all together, and easily I figured out what the story of this movie is about. The movie is an hour and 47 minutes. Like I said, the first half, maybe the first 30 to 20 minutes are a little boring, but the movie starts to pick up pace. The music is really cool. They kept Hans Zimmer's original theme from the 2002 film, which that was cool. This movie has a little bit of an editing problem in the first two acts of the movie due to the reshoots. They were trying to make the movie more scary, but it's understandable. The cinematography in here is really good. The movie looks beautifully shot. It looks well shot. The directing is good. The directing from Javier Guiterrez is pretty cool. I haven't seen some of his other works, but he is a good director. And I know he's done a movie called Before the Fall, but I have not seen the film. And he's supposed to be acting as an executive producer on the reboot of The Crow. And honestly, I think they should just stop trying to do a remake of The Crow, because it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna. Why would you wanna remake The Crow? Dimension. But anyways, the only problems I have with this movie, the only issues I have with this movie is that, again, first act is boring. It's a little bit boring. Some iffy editing problems. Some of the acting is a little iffy. And this movie does reminds me a little bit of style over substance, but still, I was engaged. I was entertained. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I would definitely pick this up on Blu-ray when it comes out. If I can find Blu-rays for the first two. But The Ring, this franchise, I do hope that we do at least get another one. But due to how this movie's doing at the box office, it's kind of unlikely we're going to get another one. But we'll see what happens. But anyways, Rings, I definitely recommend you check this out. This movie does have some flaws, but I still enjoy I still have fun. I was still pretty scared, and the film, I still cared about the characters in this movie. So at the end of the day, I'm not all that upset. This is a good movie. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, I do recommend you go. I do recommend you go see. I do recommend you go see the film. I think this movie is going to be really cool, and so yeah, this movie. So yeah, this movie, I'm going to give Rings a highly recommended. I wouldn't give this an epitastic, but this movie is good for a highly recommended. So that's my rating. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, you can watch my reviews of the first two Ring movies. They're coming on up on the screen in a minute. Thanks for so much, and tune in for my review of the movie Split and She's Out of My League, and as well as my review of Tyler Perry's film For Color Girls. So, and expect reviews for John Wick Chapter 2 and the Lego Batman movie coming very soon. And if you like this video, you can come here and we can all have a happy time. So, let me know in the comments below what you think of Rings. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Hopefully. And what is your favorite film out of the American Ring series? Or either Japanese or Ring series. Ring series. And I will catch you guys later. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd. Go see my 2 IMDB pages. You can also go look for me on the Nerd Pack, also my own group, YouTube friends, as well as my friend Drum Dumb's review Killer Flicks. And I will see you guys later. Until then, Future Filmmaker 3040 is signing out.